Okay, so I'm playing this No Limit Hold'em, 108 players. The bubble is 20th. Let's see how far this game will let me go. So I'm playing my video game. I have a couple of PlayStation 3s everywhere. And my favorite PlayStation 3 is in the garage.
It's the end of a...
Because the other PlayStations I have are the backwards compatible, and those things, like, they overheat and they die out really quick, so I baby those. Like this PlayStation 3 that I have, the Slim, the one that came out in 2011, I mean, this thing is amazing. I have had this thing, I played Metal Gear Solid 5, like, 2018, 2019. And I would literally go to work, come home in between like a break, turn on Metal Gear Solid, play it for a little while, leave it running, like pause it, go back to do my job, then come back from work, and then play again. And I mean, I'd have that thing running for like 15 hours a day for like a couple of days, maybe a week or two straight, you know, here and there. I mean, I have millions and millions. I mean, I don't know how many hours. I'm exaggerating a bunch. But the other thing I did too is on accident. Like this thing, I've been leaving it in the garage and covering it up with a towel. Well, I covered it up with a towel and I thought I turned it off. The fucking thing was on for 2 weeks straight. And the towel was hot. The whole thing was hot. I was like, holy shit, man. And I like turned on the TV to look. And I mean, it was still in that same screen. And I was like, God damn, 2 weeks inside the garage for that long? You know, like it's in Texas in the middle of the summer. Like it's wild that thing didn't overheat and stop working. And then my buddy gave me one. I played it for like 1 day and it like stopped working the next time I played it. Okay, so look. I'm going to talk about poker real quick. I have fifth best hand in poker? Yeah, okay, fifth best hand in poker. It's ace queen suited, and somebody raised, somebody re-raised. It's early in the tournament. It's not that much money. This is the kind of hand you want to have. If you've heard any of my videos, you know what I'm talking about already. I might reiterate the things that I've said already, or I might just have to stop talking. Like I have to stop. I could either do one or two things. I could keep talking every single time I make a new video, like a new person is listening and they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Or you can look back at my other videos and then know what I'm talking about. And so the terminologies that I'm using, you'll know what I'm saying. I'm not quite sure. I feel repetitive saying the same thing, and that if somebody's listening to me, they're going to hear the same shit over and over and over again. And I don't think that's, you know, that sounds like an old person ready to take them to the nursing home. Or I could just tell you guys, hey, look at my old video, you know what I'm talking about, blah, 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 blah. But for right now, I guess with that disclaimer out of the way, this is what I call no man's land. You're not in the big blind. You're not in the small blind. You're not in the dealer. The dealer's not really that important. The dealer is only kind of beneficial. Like, let's say if I had ace 10 and everybody folded and I was in the dealer and all I had to worry about was small blind, big blind. Well, then, yeah, I would want to play ace 10. I'd probably like play ace suited. If it was like 6 or 7 or 8 ace suited, I would want to play that. Would I want to play like Jack 10 offsuit? Depending on how much it is in the pot, how far you are in the tournament, or what kind of cash game you're playing. So there's a lot of little disclaimers that I go over in all my other videos that, you know, I could explain. But, you know, let's get to the point here. This is taking too long. This ace queen is something you'd want to call early in the tournament. Everybody folded. And if you want, then you could maybe hope that somebody would, well, that's too many raises. You got one raise, two raises, and then you got somebody who might do a third raise. They might have like pocket queens. You don't want to mess around with that. You don't really want anybody raising after a re-raise if you're calling. And this is early in the tournament. So that's why I'm calling it early in the tournament too. And you see, that's why you don't call that shit. Because now you got three people playing, and then, now this person could have hit their king 10. And it only cost you 180 for the fifth best hand. That's no big deal. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to fly through these junk hands. Absolutely fly. And I'll tell you, just for fun, I'll tell you if I would have won or not. So far, I wouldn't have won. Doesn't look like I would have won. I got a bunch of aces in a row. Okay, this is the kind of hand you want. You want pocket nines or better. I'm in the big blind. Three people call. It's already $300. The only time I recommend you bet the pot is in a situation like this. Let's bet a little bit more than the pot just to make sure that we have one person calling. Now, of course, it doesn't make sense. Like if I were to say, hey, this is worth $300, and I'm like, oh, I'll give you $350 for it. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't want to bet more than the pot. But poker's a little different. You only want one person calling because then it's worth it because you already put the $300 in there. So now $900 is in there for you to only call 300 or whatever. What did I have? Okay, so I have to act like I'm not afraid of that king. I mean, this is the time where you're either going to go home early in this tournament or not. Because if they re-raise, I'm out of here. And I mean, of course, they can have pocket. I mean, you see. The only thing I was going to say is that those two hearts are going to make her possibly him, whatever the fuck that is. Ah! And I only have 600 chips left. I should have only... All right, I'm going to be out of here real quick. Yeah, ace king. Yeah, that's why you don't call somebody's re-raise. 104th, just like that. I don't think I'm going to find it. Maybe they'll invite me to a cash game. And then I'll just play this cash game. Yeah, that's why you don't call somebody's re-raise. And yeah, I fucked up. That luckily in real life, I haven't gone home when I had pocket jacks, pocket kings, pocket aces. I mean, I don't get that shit when I play in real life. I mean, I do not get. I mean, this shit could be rigged, but I do not get pocket jacks or better if I'm playing a cash game at an established poker place. It does not happen. So I don't even fucking play. So for me to get beat like that with pocket jacks, I mean, that doesn't happen to me in real life because I never fucking get it. And the thing is too, is in the tournaments, yeah, I get it and all that, but I'm talking about in a cash game. I do not get anything worth of shit in a cash game. And this video game gets me so mad because when then I'm like playing like on I'm like playing on ice, like I'm skating on ice when I'm playing poker, thin ice, because I'm so afraid that it's gonna just sucker out on me and always have a better hand than me. But then when I bet, somebody folds, and I'm like, oh, well, shit, they folded. I thought they were gonna call or re-raise me. That's what happens in my video game poker. So I mean, real life's a whole lot easier, especially in a tournament. If you're not playing bomb pot tournament or double your ante at the final table. I mean, if they're doing double the ante at the final table, I mean, that shit is just luck now, man. Because you're basically putting up half of your chips just for the ante. And all that skill, you have all that skill to get to the final table just for it to continue to be bullshit luck with doubling up your big lines. Yeah, I want to say that the reason why I called the pocket jacks is because I saw the two hearts and that this person could have been bluffing, just chasing. But I mean, those kings were. Let me know if you know where this came from. A dead. What did he say? Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. I bet you if you Google AI, just ask AI what's so significant about saying who said no. Who made dead giveaway popular? I bet you AI would tell you. It's funny. And if you guys don't know about that story, the dead giveaway story, I don't want to tell the story half-assed and not make it funny, but it's It's on the news. Here's the news. Oh man, I can't even remember the guy's name, but he had no teeth. He was a black guy. He was talking about dead giveaway when one of these girls were being held in a house, by somebody. He said dead giveaway about something. I don't want to talk. I don't want to give it away. Man, I still haven't had a good hand to play with yet. So, this is like normal real life, what's going on right here, where there's nothing worth playing. And it's called I call it no man's land, where it's like you're just waiting for the big blind or the small blind. And usually in tournaments, when I play a tournament, I usually win a couple of my hands, like a couple of big hands that get me through the tournament with my small blind or big blind because nobody raises or nobody does anything. I'm going to call it. It's early in the tournament and everybody folded ahead of me. With King Jack, I'll be okay with 4 people calling or whatever. So, in a tournament, if nobody raises your big blinds, small blinds, then that's the opportunity for you to win a lot of your money because if you hit, you're first to act. So just bet on it. That's the times when you're supposed to be spending your money. Like right here, what I got, there should not be no betting. I have no pair. I'm not first to act. So of course I'm gonna call. Just $250. See, he hit his 2, and that's the way to play. You go that way that AI just David right now played. He hit his 2, and he checked it all the way through because there was a shit 2, and anybody could have had anything over him. And I think he was probably in his blind to play that. So boom, right there, David Williams. He taught me something. Because I never really thought of doing that, and he bet $200. I called him. If I didn't hit anything, I would have folded. He would have won that pot knowing he had the 2s. So every single person did every single thing right. And the only thing bad that happened was David lost $240 on top of his blinds. Big one. So you see, that's the kind of mistakes you want to make, is what David did. And kind of mistake that I did was playing this shit, but I got lucky on the river. And the only reason why I called is everybody folded. So, that's fundamental poker right there on, how to play in the search situation like that. That was played perfectly by everybody. I mean, but that's probably what makes me not that great of a poker player. I mean, a good poker player, but not a great. Because me personally, if I would have had that ace two on the big blind, and I would have bet it on it, because I would have been like, all right, who's gonna call me? And then maybe I'll check it down if they will, or who's gonna re-raise me. And so I would have just bet 200, another 200, and then another 100 or whatever, 200. That's probably what I would have done, and I probably would have given away a lot of money, but I could have won that pot before that king even hit on the flop if I was David. So there's a couple of different situations on every hand that happens. You just gotta feel good about you. Whatever you do that first time, if it doesn't work that time, then try it again. It might work again next time. There's no bluffing. David had a two. He just wanted to see if anybody. If I was David, I would have wanted to see if anybody would have re-raised. Oh, this isn't that good of a hand. It's 12th. I'm only calling because we have 9 people. There's nobody I have to worry about behind me. So all I need is a king. That's why you shouldn't call shit that you don't have pocket pair. I mean, this is just proof you shouldn't call stuff that's not a pocket pair. And if you are, you should call ace king. Which still, that's only 30% chance of winning. All right, pocket pair right there. Boom. More than the pot. I'm not messing around. I want that pot. All right, looks like Eric. Me and Eric are heads up. What does this guy got? Ace. Fuck, man. Oh, good. I got lucky. Fucking luck. Anyways, I wouldn't have been all in. He got knocked out, and if I lost, I still would have been playing. So that's why you do what you do. And there's been so many times where people have like mad dogged me and been pissed off that I beat them. And I told them, I was like, I had more chips than you, man. I wasn't going home. And they think like, and I mean, you know what? You know where I learned that from? You know where I learned, hey, I got more chips than you. I'm not going home. Learned it from this video game right here, man. I learned it from this game right here. I was like, why the fuck are you calling me? You got like 2-4, and I got Jack King, and you hit your 4 because they had 2,000 more chips than me, and I was all in. That's why. Or they had 10,000 more chips than me, and they were all in. That's why. So hey, you make a decision, you justify it, you stick with it, you keep doing it. And when I say justify it, you justify it to yourself. That's all that matters. All like, it's true. All that matters is yourself. But are you true to yourself? That's really the truth, the question. Blah, 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 blah. 20th. You know what? I'll fold it. Only one person raised. We didn't get to see the flop. All in on my big blind, I fold. Okay, so I knocked, that's too much. I knocked one person out by luck. Finally, I think I played 4 hours of this game, and this game finally threw me a fucking bone. I recorded like 4 hours of this video game, and he throws me a bone. Finally. So I got some movies I got looking. I'm looking in front of Hook with Robin Williams. I'm going to watch that movie. I guess it's supposedly about, of course we all know Peter Pan. We know. But I really didn't know what Peter Pan was really about. And I think it's about like an older man that never wants to grow up. And it's kind of interesting to me. And then I got this movie, Dead Man on Campus. This is kind of interesting too because they mentioned the word Facebook in there. Talk about Facebook. And this movie came out in 96, probably made in 1994. So I don't know what's up. I thought Facebook came out like, a decade or so later. And I watched Resident Evil, the original one, like 2002 movie. I don't know if y'all have seen that movie, but that's one of my favorite movies. Oh, Phil. Well, you know what? Let's just do something fun. I'm going to go ahead and call Phil, and then I'm going to go all in on Phil because it's only me and him. Now, let's see if Phil calls me because he's got more chips than me. If he hit a 9 or a 7 or a queen. All right, good. And, okay, look. And I'll tell you why I did what I did. Because the odds are, if you have a pocket pair and you're playing heads up with somebody else, they don't have a pocket pair. That's number one. The odds are you. The odds are on you. And then, once the 3 cards flip over, the odds are still on you that they did not hit a pair. That's the odds. And then once you look, okay, that was a rainbow flop. And if you know what a rainbow flop is, perfect. If you don't know what a rainbow flop is, it's okay. You'll be a professional poker player in your eyes in no time. If it's a rainbow flop, then you could definitely say, well, they're only chasing a pair that they hit. So then let's see if they re-raise me and blah, 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 blah. But, there was no re-raise. I had the all-in. I was confident that they didn't have a pair pre-flop. I was confident they didn't have a pair after the flop. And that's why I did what I did. That's one way you could approach things. Me personally, that's the way I want to approach it. It makes me feel way more comfortable. I'm not dragging things out. On my other videos, I talk about dragging stuff out. You don't want to play past the flop with more people than one. Me personally, I only want to play on the flop with one person. I want to play after the flop with one person. On the turn, I never want to see the river. That's my philosophy. Every time I'm playing, when it's a full table. Now, if you're down to like 4 people or 3 people, or if you're playing heads up, you have to be a whole lot sneakier. When you're playing heads up in a tournament, let's say you're playing heads up in a tournament. If you hit trips, if you hit your flush, if you hit a straight, if you hit 2 pair, if you hit a boat, you want to check it all the way down. Because the odds are they are not going to beat any of that stuff. I didn't say a pair, I said 2 pair. So the odds are heads up or 3 people at the table, like you and 2 other people. The odds are they're not going to hit. They're not going to hit anything better than what I just called 2 pair or better. They're not going to hit. So what you want to do is you want to wait and let them think, okay, I think I got the best hand. They don't have shit. Or, oh, I got a high pair. They don't have shit. You want them to think that all the way to the river, or all the way to the river. If you got trips, end it on the turn. If you got two pair, end it on the turn. But if you flop the nuts, or if you flop if you flop a straight or a flush, or 8-3 is my favorite hand. If you flop a straight or a flush or a boat, 4 of a kind, you check that all the way down to the river, and then you bet. And then if they don't call, then you don't show. That's my philosophy. I don't need to show anybody shit except for what I know. And what I know, I don't have to show. So, pocket threes. I'm not messing with this guy. That guy has more chips than me. And I'm not ready to play around with a pair like that. I already did earlier and I got lucky. I'm not trying to do it again. So I called this because I knew it was going to be me and him heads up. And again, I'm not messing with somebody with more chips than me. Now I'll mess with the guy with more chips than me. And this is all heads up. I'm acting this way. I'm being very aggressive because I'm heads up. If there was 5 people at the table and on the turn I hit the third best hand, you're too scared to play poker. You can't be doing that. You want to play heads up no matter what. One of the top rules of poker, if you're going to play a hand, you want to be at least 2 people in the pot pre-flop. You want to bet, you want to raise pre-flop, you want at least the most 2 people in the flop, pre-flop, and then on the flop, you want heads up. See, right? Man. I'm going to wait. This thing always calls me tight. If I wasn't tight, then it would. I would have already been knocked out of this tournament. All right, everybody folded. I got the big blinds. So, these big blinds are big. It's worth betting a lot if you got a pair like that. Man, that's a lot of money, man. I hope that you get an ace. And not a lot of money, a lot of your stack. All right, here we go. Boom. I'm going to go all in, too. Pocket nines are better. I don't, no hesitation. I go all in. All right, here we go. It should be 60-40 or 45-60 or 45-55. Boom. The trips, no ace. They give him an ace. This fucking game. You'll see. All the videos I take, it's of me getting my fucking ass handed to me. There's not a video where I don't have where I'm not my ass handed to me. All right, so this is a good hand too. I'm gonna call that. This is like the 5th best hand in poker. Yeah. All right, it should be what, 65-25? 60-40. I meant 65-35. I don't know how to add. Looking pretty good for me. All right. Oh, I got a straight. Well, good thing the 3 of spades didn't come out. Okay. All right. Looking good for me. So, all these calls I did, it's because I had the money to call. I wasn't going all in. I wasn't, back against the wall. I can't play 8-3 right here. Somebody raised me. Pocket fives. I want these blinds. If I was playing a cash game, I would not raise. I would just call. I mean, things like that are important to realize. I don't know how many people out there can distinguish thinking that way. I know a lot of people say, I don't like cash game because I like tournament. Or I don't like tournament because I like cash game. The reason why is because it's hard to figure out what to do in this situation. I had pocket fives. In a cash game, I would call. In this tournament, I want those blinds. I'm raising. The odds of getting the same hand, like the odds of getting 8-3 as opposed to getting ace-8, the odds are the same. So why every single video I make, I'm like, 8-3 is my favorite hand. 8-3 is my favorite hand. 8-3 is my favorite hand. 8-3. I never see any pocket aces. I never see pocket aces in every video I make. But every video I make, 8-3 is my favorite hand. So getting a pocket pair, I think, is harder. Or maybe if it's not harder, it's easier to win if you have a pocket pair. That's too much. So I need to protect this money. Somebody's going to win hands not having a pair, and it's not going to be me. So somebody's going to eventually get more chips than me. So I need to protect the money I have. But with 4 people right now, like if I was in a cash game, I would play this. But with 4 people right now in a tournament, I'm going to play it. I'm going to check it. I think somebody could easily have a 4, and if I bet, then they would call me. And I wouldn't get them off at all unless I hit. So look, all these assholes had an ace. Everybody's just sitting around waiting for an ace. And they split it. So wait a minute. Now that I think about it, there's only 4 of us. So everybody could have an ace, but what are the odds of somebody having the ace? I think I'm gonna raise. Everybody folded. Good. Okay. All right. I like what I just did. Okay, so now I need a 10. And let's see if I'll get lucky. I already got lucky one time in this tournament, so that's it. The luck is over. We both have the same hand. It's funny. All right. Oh, yeah, Phil's got enough money where he doesn't want to throw it away. All right, Phil. Well, Phil, for only $600 and the value's $3,000, you got to call, right, Phil? You got enough money. Oh, Phil. You got greedy, Phil. You got greedy. Too bad. Too bad, Phil. That's how you don't play if you're Phil. If you just learned right now. What you can learn right now is how not to play like Phil. I'll let these two duke it out. You know, you got to play like a snake. Of course. Of course I'm going to go all in. Nines are better. 70-30, 25-75. 70-30, yeah. All right. Got him out. So now heads up. I would have to be absolutely reckless in order to lose this tournament. And on my other video, I'm going to play a house tournament with at least 9 people on the 4th of July, maybe more. And this is a perfect practice in order for me to take that tournament down. It's a house tournament. I don't think I've lost. I lost one house tournament. I remember it was January 15th, 2023. I lost in that house tournament. I lost in my house tournament in February 2024, February 18th. And I could have possibly maybe have not won in another tournament. Possibly a house tournament. But other than that, I think I know I've won every house tournament I played in. So I love playing the house tournaments because it cost me at least $40 and most $80, and I win $300 or more. So I love it, and I'm not afraid of. There's no doubt in my mind I'm going to lose. And I've won first place, not in third place where I won my money back. Hopefully they don't raise. Women in poker too, they're tough. And it's because they're disciplined. Women are so disciplined. Men, they just live on danger. See, and she's already taken $3,000 from me. Just from being ballsy. See? Can't call that. She's whooping me. She already took like $6,000. Can you imagine if you double the ante? Why would you play double the ante or heads up? It's fucking stupid. These tournaments are stupid now. I would have already lost. She's going to raise. Man, this fucking computer, man. Son of a bitch. All right. Christy, you want to play? Oh, you fucking bitch! Fuck this fucking. That's why I don't lose in real life, because of fucking shit like this. This fucking doesn't happen in real life. Fuck you. All these dogs got up, started licking me. They're all fucking worried about me. Oh man, what a fucking. And now she's giving me nothing but shit. Not even fucking king junk. Fuck, man. I bet you she got an over. And the fucking odds of having an over shouldn't even be in her favor. Told you. Bullshit. You see? What the fuck? My fucking odds were 93%. She had 6% to fucking win. And then she ends up winning. All right. Thank you for watching, everybody.